Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to present the full-length review of the J70 Tram and passenger car pack. This has been an interesting mod to review, and I am certain that you all have been wondering if this mod is worth getting. Well, in this review, we're going to talk about the J70 in the real world, and then compare it to the mod, and see if it's really worth having on the railroad. You see that the locomotive here is arriving in the platform, ecstatic to be displayed and to be thoroughly tested. And now, let's jump into the review.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Gimmin here, and welcome to the J70 mod pack. I am super excited about this because I saw this mod and I immediately was like, holy crap, I gotta get it. So the J70s were built as either 040s or 060s. There were two variants of the locomotive, and they were simple little tram engines that were used on small lines and small services. They were quite unique machines, and I love these locomotives. But you may recognize that I've hidden a reference on literally right in front of this locomotive, and that is because the most famous tram steam locomotive that I can think of is Toby from Thomas and Friends. And he was a really cool character. He was wise, and he was, honestly really cool, and I loved him. And these passenger cars I have painted to semi-resemble Henrietta from the set. From not only the sets that you could buy, but like on the show, he had a passenger car named Henrietta that was later introduced like as a talking character. Henrietta didn't talk originally, but I think in the CGI series she did. This is such an adorable little locomotive. If we take a look, it's really just a simple, like, I love the mod. I love it. It's a really good mod. It only holds 0.9 tons of coal and like I think 800 gallons of water. So it doesn't have a lot of like, distance or anything on it. It is genuinely a small locomotive, but here's the interesting thing. In this particular mod, there are no inside controls. You can stand inside and wander the locomotive a little and like see inside of it and everything. And there are seating locations for you, but you can go back here, and there are two handbrakes on this one. There's one here, and then there's the one all the way up front. So it has two handbrakes, but they do this, they do the exact same task. They are connected. So yeah, it's really cool. You can, you need like the logos customs mod. So if we go here, you can see that you need to customize it. Like you can customize it and what have you, and give it whatever you need and what, And then the passenger cars you can also customize as well. You can, paint and letter and what have you, and then you can even give them names. And they have a capacity of 34 passengers per car. That's pretty good. Now, normally I would not install a English/British/United Kingdom style mod on this railroad, because this is not for the Murphy branch, this railroad. It really isn't for it. It does not belong in terms of location, because the game takes place in the United States. This is a United Kingdom/England's idea, or English idea. But did they execute it well? Yes, they executed it exceptionally well. They really just said port over the body and everything. And the only thing that's different really is the couplings and the air hoses. That's it. Otherwise, this could legitimately fit here on this railroad. And I love the look of these freaking wheel wells, these axles, these trucks, whatever you want to call them. I love the look on them. I really do. Now the question is, can you actually go inside of these? Because I was messing around with this before. Yes, you can. Can you sit down in here? You can. So there is seating. Again, there's this issue of like clipping through the roof. I don't think that's really a major concern per se. Like, it's not that big of a like issue for me that is clipping slightly, which is fine. But I mean, it is a lovely little just pack. It's nice. Now, I don't know if these cars actually loaded from the sides like this. I'm pretty sure they did. But I know that other like passenger cars you have like, or in the in the UK they had doors on the side. So I'm pretty sure these are accurate to the cars themselves. But I like them. I really do. The buffers look really well. Like really well done, really well detailed, and it's just a super, super sick mod. And I never thought I would download a mod like this, but I saw it and I was like, I gotta test it. Now, I have only 2 complaints about this mod, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that I have 2 for something like this. The first thing is these really, I've only ever known them to have bells. I'm almost positive they had whistles at some point. And of course you can like open the windows on the sides because, you could do that in the real thing and whatever. But with this one, the whistle is hidden inside the smokestack. So when you blow the whistle, it blows through the smokestack. I don't know if that's like, it's supposed to be like slightly behind or slightly in front of, or however that would have worked in real life. But also the other issue I have is that it comes with a standard bell. So when you press the bell button, you get a very American-sounding bell from this little locomotive. So I don't know how I feel about that. It's an interesting thing. Let me just casually, yes, I gave it a ton of fuel. Let me just casually switch over to company mode. Why is that handle not right? Okay, so if we go into company mode and we go to buy the J70 class, it's an 060 Tram engine, and it has 8,900 pounds of pulling power. That is not shabby for this little thing. Keep in mind, the next biggest thing to that is the A12. So comparing that to something, say, like, oh my god, all my mods. Comparing that to the RDC, it's only 2,000 pounds-ish lighter. And the passenger coach weighs 25,000 pounds. So, and it's also ridiculously cheap. It's only $2,500 for the passenger cars and only $4,000 default price. So, oh, I was wrong about the water capacity. It's 751 gallons. My bad. But its factor of adhesion is 2.9. The A12 is the 440 is 3.8. So this has a really low adhesion, but I don't think that should affect the locomotive that much. I do love these little lanterns here. They're very well done. But the other thing that's absolutely amazing is the cylinder drains, because they actually got this right, as far as I can tell, they got this right. The cylinder drains blow down. They blow down. I don't know why these are blowing upward. That doesn't make any sense to me why those are blowing upward. Because if I back it up just a little, yeah, see, they blow downward. They blow down like this. So I'm wondering if in a certain loop, they kind of mess up and they go the other way, because if we start rolling the locomotive back the way we came, they start to go upward. So it's down, up, down, up. I think that's because the pistons are vertical on these things. I don't know if that's entirely accurate or true, but I know that these are set so that the pistons are vertical. And if we go inside, you can see that the axles are all here, they're all functioning, but there's not much detail under here because it's all hidden behind the shielding here, this shroud. I don't know if this would be called like walkways or whatever this would be called. I don't know my UK locomotives very well. I'm gonna have to do more research and understand this a bit more, but this is a really, really cool mod pack. I think by default it comes with because you also need, like, you don't need the whistles mod for it, but you can get the whistles mod for it. I think it comes with a hooter of some kind, but I've put the steam tractor hooter on it. But I think there's a whistle in this mod pack somewhere. I'm going to have to keep scrolling till I find it. The MT Tram 4 chime. Yeah, okay, never mind. That whistle does not fit this locomotive, but I know one that will. This whistle most definitely will fit it. Nope, never mind, I was wrong. So I tried to find a whistle that doesn't have to be the steam tractor whistle, but in my opinion, that's the only whistle that really fits it. Now, the other thing I know for a fact is that these could be electrical, but I'm pretty sure at one point they were oil lamps. I could be wrong. Someone who knows these locomotives better, correct me. But the thing is this engine, as you heard in the beginning of this video, that has a teeny tiny flaw, and I will show you that. So we're in the locomotive right now. We're sitting here in our seat, right? Which honestly looks a bit strange because there's no chair, but that's fine. If we just, say that we're stupid and we're like, yeah, it's a locomotive, let's go, and we just open the throttle, this thing slips. Like, its factor of adhesion is exceptionally low, so I would genuinely recommend putting the bar at 100 and just lightly opening the throttle just to get the thing moving, and then bring the reverser down and slowly accelerate this engine. Now it definitely sounds like it's beating, like it is galloping down these tracks, but I don't know how fast these things can go. The fastest I've ever seen it go in-game is 35 miles an hour, which is really good for a little loco like this. So we're going to take it between Whittier here, and we're just going to go between Whittier and Whittier Yard, maybe to Wilmot, and just see how this works. We don't have a lot of passengers. We have no passengers, actually, but that's okay. We're just testing this out, but it is so adorable. It is so adorable. Now, I'm going to do my very best not to wreck this thing while we're testing it, but I do have some interesting ideas for this locomotive in the future. All right, so we've got the throttle wide open now. We're beating down the railroad. This thing does not have a ton of fuel. Oh, 36. Can this thing really get up to track speed? Nope, 36, nope, 37? Oh my god, 37 miles an hour in this thing. That's pretty booking for this little locomotive. That's fat. 38, oh my god, okay. If it wasn't hauling a job, if it wasn't hauling two of these, it could probably get up to 40 miles an hour. But we don't want to do that to this poor thing. We do not want to do that to this poor locomotive. I don't know how I feel about this completely. Like, I do love it. I do love this model. It is nice. It's well built, and I can see uses for this. And I definitely plan on using this in the YouTube series just as a little locomotive to help out around and, make things a little easier on just having something unique. Something this is unique to me. Like, I love, steam engines from, like, overseas. I love them, but this is a really unique freaking model. It might be useful to use the passenger cars for other purposes too. You could, honestly, if you had like Strasbourg Thomas, the Strasbourg Thomas mod, two of these, Annie and Clarabelle. You know, instead of Henrietta, you have Annie and Clarabelle. Granted, it's not the right coach, but you could, in theory, make that happen. I'm waiting for someone to... Oh, that's not what I want to do. I'm waiting for someone to put a face on this one in particular. Because as soon as that happens, it's... Oh my god, that's going to be so funny. But my question is, how does it compare to the A12, the other engine in the game, and how does it compare to the smaller locomotives you can mod in? Okay, so I've moved up to Bryson and gotten all 4 of my smallest modded locomotives in game. So we have the J70, which we're reviewing, we have the A12, we have the... Oh god, what are you? The T22, I think this is the T24, yep. And we have, obviously, the Camelback, which link in the annotation to see this review. Am I going to review these other locomotives? I reviewed these 3 in particular in a big review, so I'm not going to do like an in-depth review unless you guys want to see that. But how does it compare to these? Well, these 3 here, the Camelback, the S100, and the T22... These are all good switching locomotives. They could technically, in theory, be used for long-distance travel. The A12 is more fit for doing long-term work, getting things done, being out there on the line doing jobs. This one, I would put it on par, not in terms of fuel capacity as the S22, but it's roughly about as useful, because this one has more fuel, it has more pulling power, but if you're wanting like something for like, I don't know, a Larka branch maybe, or super early game, yeah, use this if you really want to. If you want like a unique foreign locomotive on your American railroad, freaking do it. It's a great little pack, and I love it, but I would not use this to haul goods. I really would not use this to haul goods unless it is short distances. If it is like Whittier to Ella, maybe at best, because I guarantee you the fuel consumption on this would not last you very long. To put that in perspective, I tested the S22 and the S100 by running them from all the way at the end of the line, past interchange right here. I ran them all the way across the railroad to see how far they would get. The S100 on a single filling of fuel, so coal and water, a single tank, made it all the way to mile marker 98. The S22 made it to Graham County. These two can go the distance if they really wanted to. This one I don't think can. This one could maybe make it up the line a little ways. Like if you really wanted to work it, I'd say work it Hemingway, Alarka Junction, Cochrane, and Alarka. Work that with this. Because it has very little fuel, very little water, but it's a good engine. But the other reason I wanted to spawn the A12 is because the A12 has the same issue as the J70, which is if you get it rolling and you give it too much power right away, the A12 slips as well. So seeing this engine intentionally, I'm assuming intentionally slipping, is cool, because the A12 is not supposed to do that. That was a glitch, and they did not take it out, and that is fine. I like that feature. But yeah, it's just a quick little review, and I want to see if this thing can haul some passengers, so we're going to do something real quick with it. Okay, so we're up here at Alarka, and we're going to see if this thing can handle just carrying all of these passengers, not super far. We're going to go all the way to Alarka Junction, and that will be where we're going to end the review, because I want to see if this thing is actually roadworthy, so... I swear you would smoke out your own crew. Unless that is unintentional. I would assume that's unintentional, but it could also be intentional. I don't know. I might have given this thing a moderate disadvantage for running, you know, technically with 0.1 tons less of fuel. So that might be a disadvantage here. Is the whistle? It looks like this would be where the whistle is, almost. If this thing ever had one. So yeah, I'm just going to test this real quick, and we'll see how well it goes. So I had to stop here at Cochrane because I just realized what freaking time it is, and I have more stuff to do because, unfortunately, I'm kind of on a time crunch right now, which pretty much sucks. But how would I rate this review? I would straight up rate it a 7 out of 10. Would I recommend this mod to anybody who is trying to keep like a authentic train in their game, like authentic American railroading? No, absolutely not. If you're trying to have more of a fantasy railroad, I could see it. I could 100% see it. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like this video and you want to see more videos like this, hit the like button down below, hit the subscribe button down below, hit the notification button, become part of the gamer team. Also, go check out W Energy right here. The link is in the description down below to use my creator code GAMERTEAM. That's GAMERTEAM, all caps, to get 10% off your order. And right now, they are absolutely celebrating 4 years of W. Probably when this video goes out, it might be a little later than that. I'm not sure. But W's been around for 4 years now, people. Woo! Let's go, W. Bravo to you guys for keeping it going. But thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you all in the next one.